What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for stopping by. Real quick, bring the music down a little bit. We can leave the music on for the intro. I couldn't find that song that I really liked last time. Was it this one? Content not available. They pulled some of the songs from Carousel. Okay. Yeah, man, last week there was a really good track. I don't know what it was. Yeah, this is more like dancey or something like that. Oh, maybe it's this one. I mean, this is okay. Whatever. Good to see everybody. Hello, Philoroni. Good to see a lot of the return viewers. I do appreciate you hanging out and watching. Hi, Harry, over on twitch.tv/ what is it now? Destin? It used to be at... I don't even know my own channel name on Twitch anymore. Good to see everyone. We have some interesting stuff to talk about today, including the fact that, I gotta be honest, I'm looking around on the internet, and you know what I am seeing? Everybody wants to know about Xbox at Gamescom. I don't hear a lot of hype about any other thing happening besides the Xbox streams. Unkai Denkai subscribed at tier 1. Thanks! I appreciate it. And thank you, MG Live, for stopping by over on Twitch. Everybody is talking about Xbox at Gamescom, and I'll be honest with you, news is pretty slow this week. Like, I was going through all the news stuff that happened this week, and what was the last story I did? I think the last story I did on the channel was about the Tango Gameworks being purchased by Crafton Thing, and the rumor of the big Xbox games that are going to PlayStation. We talked about those. And yeah, when does the Xbox stream happen? It happens on Tuesday. I will be doing content production for IGN, so I'll be in the IGN studio. I don't think they'll have me on camera, but I will be behind the scenes saying, hey, maybe you should talk about if that Xbox rumor turned out to be true, you should talk about what that means for the brand. That's definitely a piece of content that I'll be suggesting to the live crew, and we'll probably be talking about it. Now, if that doesn't happen, then it's obviously not going to be a topic. What's the over-under on that? Do y'all think that that is actually going to happen? I think Xbox, I got to be honest with you. I think it was Doc Dark. I was watching the Alex stream. I tune in every once in a while when I'm at the gym or whatever, or just can't sleep. And Doc Dark actually had a good thought. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? Here's what he said. He basically said now is the time for Xbox to strike if they are going to release games cross-platform. And I think he's kind of right. Think about it. What does PlayStation have for 2024? Nothing. They got Astrobot coming out. Like, I'm sure Astrobot's going to be great. I love all the PlayStation games that come out. But if Xbox is going to do one game or a swath of games this holiday season brought over to the PlayStation, I think they would make a killing. And what they're going to do is use the revenue generated from that content to make more games for Xbox. I don't know if they'll ever go third party or whatever, but I think if they announce like, okay, we're doing Forza Horizon 5 is going to be over on PlayStation. We're going to bring Halo Infinite multiplayer over to PlayStation and then cross promote and have cross-play and such. I think that would be really interesting. And I think they would make a lot of money by doing this. Now, I know a lot of people, Killer Instinct, another one with the Evo showcase usually being a thing for Sony. Yeah. I was really like, man, I don't know about Halo ever going over to the PlayStation platform. But when you think about it this way, Xbox getting a ton of money for releasing those games over there and PlayStation just not really having a lot of content lined up for this. They don't have anything lined up for this holiday season. Chat, am I wrong? What's the big thing PlayStation has besides Astrobot that's exclusive to them coming out? Yeah, like what if they just did Halo Infinite PvP? It's free to play. It's on everything else anyway. I think Halo Infinite multiplayer. I think Hellblade 2, like it was third party anyway. We already know Doom is coming multi-platform. We know Call of Duty is coming multi-platform. Oh yeah, they have Concord, but like I mean, Victor, you're not wrong. Concord is a notable game that is releasing, and I think Concord comes out like in a few days, doesn't it? Because they just did their post about it. I'm still gonna play it. I'm gonna see if it catches me because I played like a significant amount of that game, and then when they left and then they brought it back, I was like, oh, I'm over it. Like something happened. Maxwell with the $5 says it's gonna be another slate just like earlier this year. I think it's going to be Flight Sim. Good call. I like that one. Forza, Starfield, Hellblade 2. Just 4 games. Yeah, they did this experiment with, who was it? They did the experiment with Sea of Thieves, and guess what? Sea of Thieves was a resounding success. Hey, Aggie, thanks for stopping by. It was a resounding success. So, Max, thank you. I like to put the super chats on the board. It's like I don't know, just a way to say thank you. Hey, what's up, Destiny? Your videos are always very helpful. Thank you, Harris. Yeah, we had a lot of debates last week about the big game coming to Xbox, what that means for the brand. And I was going to talk a little bit about how the only thing I'm seeing about Gamescom is Xbox at Gamescom. I don't see any hype about PlayStation at Gamescom or Nintendo. PlayStation has a presence there, but I think it's just like a booth. So, yeah. Lukebot did bring up that Black Myth, Wukong, and Stellar Blades are exclusives. Yes, they have third-party games that are coming to the platform, but for the remainder of the year, it seems like it's all about Xbox. So they own the first half. Xbox had some wins. I would argue that what was it, the Pocket Pair game, I know the developer, I can't remember the name, Pal World had a resounding success, and Daniel Ahmad pointed out like, hey, you got to get used to this. More and more companies are going to be releasing their games multi-platform. Like, it's just going to be a thing that happens, so get used to it. Yeah, let me show you the tweet. Actually, so like, it's been very clear for a while now that most IP will end up multi-platform within the next few years. And I referenced this Jez Corden article back on August 15th. On the Xbox games going to PlayStation, a reminder, this was reported back in May, and it said, the plan to move Xbox games to other platforms is codenamed Latitude internally, and I know there's a debate and unease at Microsoft about whether or not this is a good idea. More upcoming Microsoft-owned games slated for PlayStation are already being developed. From what I've heard, Microsoft is pushing for no red line for what games could come to PlayStation, and it all revolves around Satya Nadella and CFO Amy Hood's mandate to increase every department's margins. We are at a time right now where every company just needs to make money. Daniel Ahmad and all of these analysts said everybody is going to expand. I said it earlier in the year. PlayStation is making a big push for more PC releases. You brought up Concord. That's releasing day and date on PC. You don't need to buy a PlayStation for that game. And granted, they're still doing the larger gap with their more traditional experiences. Like we're getting God of War Ragnarok a little bit later in the year. And Xbox has done everything day and date. I do feel like they're playing a little bit of catch up. A lot of people have been bringing up Black Myth Wukong in chat. Just a real quick note on Black Myth Wukong. Nobody's seen the PlayStation 5 version of that game. And the PC version was not allowed to show footage past Chapter 2. And the main criticism was that there are major technical issues near the end of the game. Mitchell, who I know at IGN, reviewed it on PC and said that he was falling through the world, and only through sheer tenacity was he able to finish the game and get past the boss fight, because by some sort of fluke he managed to get past that portion of the game that he was stuck on. So with that said, and I think I can say this, I've played Black Myth Wukong. I played through Chapter 1 and I started Chapter 2, and I really like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah. Your title, All Eyes on Xbox, from Smiley. I can't recall a time when they weren't. Literally, me, Xbox are watched, scrutinized, and unfairly monitored. I wouldn't say anybody being checked in on by the FTC is unfair. I think that's the FTC's purview. More than PlayStation and Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, I'll just say I implicitly trust Mitchell Saltzman. I hired Mitchell at IGN back when we had the gameplay team, we called it internally. And I trust his review implicitly, like completely. He's not going to like make stuff up. He's the guy who did our Elden Ring review, and he was one of the few reviewers that beat Elden Ring. And I think he did the Shadow of the Erd Tree review. This is like his beat. He gets these games. And if there are problematic issues with the game where things don't work right at the end, to the point where only through sheer tenacity was he able to beat the final boss, and they're going to recut the review and show the footage of what he was dealing with technically. So, you know, we're seeing all of these angry people online that they gave it an 8. It's like, bro, they wouldn't let you show, or not bro, whatever. They won't let you see anything past Chapter 2, and they haven't sent out PS5 codes to anybody. I think, like, I'm worried about the PlayStation 5 version of that game. I do think it's a fantastic game. And yeah. What else we got going on? Yeah, so get ready for more multi-platform games. I don't know if you want me to talk about the whole embargo thing, the whole Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong is a very pretty game. I don't know what you want to call it. The weird NDA that they have. My initial reaction was like, this is bait. Like, this is fake. There's no way this is real. But basically, you know, they put out, I'm sure you've seen this tweet, like, do's and don'ts. Do enjoy the game. Don't insult other influencers or players. Obviously, that's fine. Do not use any offensive language and humor. That's a little weird. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishization, and other content that instigates negative discourse. That's weird. Don't use trigger words such as quarantine or isolation or COVID-19. Weird. Do not discuss content related to China's game industry policies, opinions, news, etc. So like, I was like, this is fake. This is like clearly bait. There's no way this is real. Turns out it's real. It is not fake. Paul Tassi had a source and confirmed that it was real, and it's real. Yeah. So yeah, it's a real thing. And I find those caveats very strange. And if you don't, imagine Ubisoft sent out the exact same embargo sheet and said that you couldn't talk about any of those topics. I think it will be equally as scrutinized. Anytime any embargo. Remember when the not Marvel vs. Capcom, when the Marvel Rivals embargo went out and it's like, you're not allowed to say anything bad about the game. That's kind of what they're saying here. Like, I get they're intermingling it with some of the topics that have been controversial lately, but like, that is a very, very weird thing to send out to anybody. So that's odd to me. And anytime an embargo tries or attempts to control language, I think that's odd. And it seems, now I'm not totally caught up on everything, but I think this was the requirement to get a code. That's weird. It's just a very strange thing to me. And I don't think we should just be like happy that this is a thing happening, because imagine if it was Ubisoft doing it. Because I see the internet celebrating this. I'm like, okay, what if it was Ubisoft? Like, I think you would be pretty upset if Ubisoft was sending that out. Yeah, and like, what's with the COVID thing? I think the COVID thing, they're a Chinese developer, so maybe it's more about that. So they're just like, hey, we don't want you to bring up COVID, but still, those things shouldn't be on an embargo sheet. It's strange for a game that comes out in 2 days. And for the record, okay, I'll just say I've played a little bit of Black Myth and I really like the game. So this kind of stuff, it's unfortunate that they're putting that out there. It's just not necessary. Anyway, what else we got here? The title of the stream, Gemsoul says, that's just kind of the way things work in China. Chinese VTubers can lose their jobs in an instance if they have a slip of the tongue, or even their chat says no to things that the CCP doesn't like. That's a problem. That's not how it is other places in the world, though. So like, I find that very problematic. I think it's very strange. So yeah. I'm excited to play more Black Myth Wukong. I do get my water at Costco. Yep. I don't know what to tell you. I'm cheap. So I try and find the best deals. You get like you get a case of, what is it, 24 of these for $3. For like $3. I don't know how they do their pizza prices. Like, their pizza slices are still $2. Their hot dogs are $2. And these water bottle deals, like, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about it just because I don't want to shy away from talking about things that are a little bit difficult to talk about. And I just wanted to bring it up. I think it's very problematic. Hey, Destin, not heard you talk about much. How are you thinking about Dragon Age the Veilguard? I am not a huge Dragon Age fan. I am a Mass Effect fan. I'm a BioWare fan. I'm pretty indifferent on Veilguard, but I have seen the backlash for Veilguard. And so I'm just kind of like, whatever. Like, I'll just wait and see what happens there. Thank you. And if I didn't say thank you, Travel Jack. Water from the faucet is a better deal. This is such a stupid thing. We have filtered water from our fridge, and I don't like it as much as this bottled water. This is literally just purified water with minerals added for taste. And I'm so stupid. Like, I don't know. I like the Costco bottled water. Anybody with me, or am I weird? Dragon Age? Yeah, Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's it's one of those things where I've seen the discourse about it, and I'm just like, I don't really know. Um, yeah, sometimes the marketing. Deadworth says hands on came off better than the trailers, and then they released this new trailer, and the sentiment's like night and day. So yeah, night and day. A lot of people digging the Costco water. Thanks, everybody. Let's talk about some of the things we can expect from Gamescom, Xbox. I'm a little, it's one of those things when you're a dad, you got 2 kids at home, every decision about going somewhere, it involves a lot of planning. And this year, with just how everything's going, I am not going to Gamescom for the first time in like 12 years or 11 years or something. I've gone every year. We even went last year as a family and we made it work, but I don't get to go this year. And I think it's going to be a really cool year. They're talking about, well, let's just look at this sheet here. I have 2 kids. People don't get it. If you don't got kids and you got 2 at home and your wife is the one who does, most of the work with the kiddos and you help out as much as you can, like if you take dad out of the picture, it's harder. It's very difficult to solo a duo of kids. I get stressed when I have to solo the 2 kids. Like my wife goes to Zumba class or something like that. And it's like, all right, dad, it's your turn to step up. It's tough. It's not like an easy thing because you got the younger one that's just like doing things where you're like, don't get hurt. Nerds and Other Legends gets it. I got 3 kids. I get it. Salute. Yeah. 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 Once you get to 2, that's when it starts getting a little bit like, Clay says, you're going to be sad that you're going to miss the remaster announcement of Soul Reaver. I will be, if it's during opening night live, I'll be in the back losing my mind. I'll be like, I need to go on the live show. Like, I need to be a talent on the live show. Yeah, that would be really, really hype. Really hype. I even tried to play the GOG version with controller. Anyway, sorry, getting back on topic. Xbox said putting the games in Gamescom. Here's what to expect from our live streams. We've talked about this a few times, but here we go. Good to see everybody, by the way. A lot of people coming in and saying hi. I appreciate it. Xbox at Gamescom live stream. Wednesday, we got Diablo, Stalker 2, Adamfall, Starfield, Age of Mythology, Star Wars Outlaws on Thursday, World of Warcraft, War Within, Fallout 76, Towerborn, The Elder Scrolls Online. Oh man, there's other games listed. Forza. Wait a minute. I did not notice this fine print before. Overwatch 2, Forza Horizon 5, Dragon Ball, Dustborn, and more. Why is Forza Horizon 5 there? I'm sure it's a new content. Guys, I think the Forza thing's legit. I know. I heard that Shinobi deleted his post on Reset Era. I don't think that changes anything. They're gonna like talk about how they've optimized for the PlayStation or something. That's what I think. I know there's DLC coming to the game, but I think Forza gets announced for PlayStation 5 during opening night live, and I think they talk about it on Wednesday, August 21st. That's their first stream, and they have Forza Horizon 5 listed. That game came out, 2 years ago? Yep. Absolutely. They're going to do a deep dive about how it runs on PS5. Thursday, they have Star Wars Outlaws, cross-platform, World of Warcraft, War Within. Please get that on console. At this point, I think there is no good reason that World of Warcraft is not available on every console on planet Earth. Like that game could run even on the Switch. Or the Switch 2. And it would expand the World of Warcraft player base like tenfold. They have WoW Classic, and they have World of Warcraft: The War Within coming. It's a good time to do it. And I think if you could like not subscribe via Game Pass, I think that would be a huge one. I've said that for a long time though. Fallout 76, Milepost Zero, Towerborn, Elder Scrolls, and then here's the fine print. Fragpunk. I played Fragpunk. Fragpunk is really good, and I would highly recommend that you try Fragpunk. I think it's a very good game. They're also going to talk about Flight Simulator, 2 Point Museum, Project Birdseye. What is Project Birdseye? Has anybody heard of this before? Oh, okay. It's like a cell shaded game thing. I hadn't heard of it before. So it's like, I think it's ID at Xbox, but yeah. What else we got here? Kill Knight, the first Berserker Kazan. That's another one you shouldn't sleep on. Eternal Strands, Planet Coaster, Life is Strange, The Casting of Frank Stone. That's popular. Mecha Break, Little Nightmares 3, Date Everything, and more. I've heard funny things about Date Everything. And Mecha Break, is Mecha Break the big mech game that everybody was talking about? Because I played one of those mech games lately, and it was very good. Fragpunk is good. Air Force Alex says, I started with NES. Games were $60 in the 90s. I love microtransacts, and they help keep prices low. What am I missing? The fact that they sort of poison the overall game design. And that's just my opinion. I think microtransactions are problematic. They're not going to go away. But I think they have poisoned the well of game design. And one thing to push back against the whole narrative that, oh, they're fine, like what's the big deal? They don't pay distribution fees anymore. Like 80 or even higher percentage of their sales, it's all digital. So you're not paying to put it in a box, get it to the store shelves. No one's getting a cut. So like they've raised it to $70, but your profit margin is higher on every game, but game development is higher. Xbox is actually looking at the whole pipeline and looking to develop more small, compact games for the platform. And granted, I agree with a lot of the takes I've seen out there that they're going to regret selling Hi-Fi Rush. Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. Mecha Break, Little Nightmares 3, Did Everything and more. And then we got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So we are going to see more indie. We get to see Avowed, Our History Untold, Sea of Thieves, 33 Immortals, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Metaphor, ReFantazio, Tales of Iron 2, Squirrel with a Gun, Path of Exile 2. Ooh, I didn't know Path of Exile 2 was going to be on the Xbox stage. That's pretty hype. That is one of my most anticipated games. The First Descendant, Commando's Origins, and more. And all that starts Wednesday, August 21st. But it really starts on Tuesday with Opening Night Live. I will probably do... So I'm producing the thing in LA for ONL, which is on Tuesday. I will probably be able to get back here and talk about like my favorite reveals, or if like the Forza thing is true. I'll have a video for that day for sure. Next week might get a little hairy though, because, you know, just going to be a little bit busy with Gamescom work and such. Excited to see more about Avowed. I watched so Crowded House said, did he watch the Ackman's interview with Marty O'Donnell about Bungie? Yeah, and it kind of makes me realize that Bungie just isn't the same company anymore. Most of the people that made Bungie seem like if they're just not there anymore. That was one thing that I realized from the whole Ackman Marty O'Donnell interview, and like how Pete Parsons was integrated there and how he quit, but he didn't really quit. Like he was always really the one running Bungie. So yeah. Tina Meany also pointed, Tina used to be the EIC at IGN. She's great. She said, our mostly full Gamescom show lineup is here. We've been busy and we're ready to get to Cologne. She puts mostly full. So I think she's hinting that there might be a little bit more than what they've alluded to thus far. And that has me pretty excited. Might come back to that one. What we got here? Oh, rumors. We got a rumor from Nick from Xbox Area. Phil Roney says, remember, studios are people and people make the games, not the name of the studio itself. I'm not sure what you mean, Phil. Yeah, people make the games. Absolutely. But I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I got to ban somebody. I got him, Clay. He's gone. So Xbox Era had a very interesting rumor. It says Game Pass Tracker. I use them a lot for Xbox stuff. According to Nick of Xbox Era, Microsoft could be seeking to relicense the Deadpool and Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. The latest entry in the series to be on Xbox was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 that was released on the Xbox One in 2016, while Deadpool was re-released in 2015. Are you hoping to see a return for these beloved games? There is no way this is accurate, at least not for that old Deadpool game. I think it's a stretch. I think that Deadpool game, it's there's some scenes in it. If you go watch the content in that game, I would be very surprised if it makes it back into the store anytime soon. It's very Deadpool, but yeah, I don't know. Apparently the game's sort of okay. I think best case scenario, you're just talking about the games being available in the store. I don't think we're going to see anything crazy. And Phil Aroni, you're right. Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was a Switch only game. I would love a new Deadpool game. Let's hear what Nick said more specifically. This is a clip out from the Xbox Era podcast. I will never go on this show because Nick has asked me to go on the show many times, and now it's like a running gag that I have it out for him and won't go on a show. So just out of spite for Nick.
Sorry. What
I've heard, like quiet.
What I've heard about this is now this rumor mill is around Xbox for the first time in a long time. And what I have heard is that Microsoft is looking to they're working to get Deadpool and Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I guess, reactivated, relicensed, or whatever.
They're bringing it back to the store.
Games back on Xbox. I mean, they were Xbox One ports, I guess, so they'd be BC for the Series console. So yes, Microsoft is working on or is trying to work through the process of getting those games relicensed. Deadpool.
Okay, so real quick thought on that. I mean, that's good news. I don't think that would make like big waves or anything like that. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance games are very highly regarded by everybody. I think if they were able to get Ultimate Alliance 1, 2, and 3 and brought back the Deadpool game, what if it's bigger than that? What if it's a whole swath of Marvel games? Like, what if it's X-Men Legends 1 and 2? What if it's Marvel versus Capcom 3 that somehow they get working because they're doing the Marvel collection right now and there's an issue with the code or whatever? Like, what if they're like, okay, PlayStation got all the amazing fighting games. We have managed to unlock the ability for you to purchase all of these classic Marvel games that have been sort of locked away forever. Like Beanox, who PlayStation technically owns, did some of the very popular Spider-Man games back in the day. So I wonder if those old games that have sort of been lost to time, I think that would be dope. So I don't know anything. He's talking about like 2 games and Deadpool. I'm like, what if he's only seeing a fraction of the picture? And what if the bigger picture is that Microsoft is working to get the rights to bring back a whole swath of these old beloved Marvel games to the Xbox platform? I think that would be very, very cool. Oh, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 can be purchased. Yeah, but like Luke Bot over on Twitch said, X-Men Legends 1 and 2 with achievements, new cutscenes, and full VO would be sick. I think they're just talking about getting the old games, but even just an achievements edition would be huge. I don't know what platforms Legends was on, but I think it was on everything. So I think that would be a substantial news story personally, and really, really cool. And we talked about this on Unlocked. If you don't watch Unlocked, it's over on youtube.com/IGN Games, and of course on IGN.com. Sorry, I got a ban somebody. On Unlocked, we talked about what it would mean if Xbox and WB were able to come to some sort of agreement. X-Men Origins Wolverine is one of my favorite X-Men games of all time. There's some boss battles in there, like the one against the Blob and such. Like, there's some messy stuff that happens in that game, but the tech, that was made by Raven Software. X-Men Origins Wolverine is just this phenomenal X-Men game, and people act like, well, people who haven't played it before finally started discovering it, and they understand how good it is. Is it a perfect game? No. But that whole first area, I think, is pretty fun. And like, there's a flashback scene to when he's in the Weapon X project and stuff like that. It's a fantastic Wolverine game. You can unlock skins from the X-Force covers. You can unlock the yellow Wolverine, the brown Wolverine. It's a very, very cool game. And if you haven't seen it, it's hyper violent. You can like literally be almost a metal skeleton. And then if you just stand there, he'll like eventually heal up. It's really cool. It is really, really cool. The fish tank has shrimp in it, cherry shrimp and ramshorn snails. And I got super into it, and now I have no idea what to do with them, so I just keep taking care of them. And I have a tank in the garage because this tank I thought was crashing at one point. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put some shrimp in the garage to see what happens. Now there's like 50 shrimp in the garage too. So yeah. Sorry to get nerdy about shrimp. So I think that's what could be happening with the games. I wonder if they're going to free up the Marvel licenses and get more info for us about all of these games at the convention. Jeff Keighley did confirm some of the stuff coming to Opening Night Live, by the way. Games confirmed for Gamescom Opening Night Live appearances on Tuesday include Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Little Nightmares 3, Dragon Ball, Batman Arkham Shadow, that's the VR thing, Dune Awakening. Can we finally see gameplay of Dune Awakening? That would be great. Marvel Rivals, Squid Game, new game from Tarsier Studios, Sid Meier's Sif. I missed the super chat, actually. In today's market, is N-Gen Xbox relevant? I'm not sure what that means. I would answer your question, Jamie, but I'm not sure what N-Gen means. Continuing down the list. Squid Game Unleashed. What is that? Sid Meier. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That just got announced for February. I like that. I like that. Oh, next gen. Okay, yeah. I mean, if they announced the handheld, that would be pretty huge. Iceland, thanks for making it to the live stream over on Twitch. Appreciate it. What is your take on Black Myth Wukong not having any PS5 reviews over on Twitch? I think that is a worrisome sign. I always worry whenever a game withholds codes for a specific platform, or they're trying to control language used, anything like that, I get concerned. And thank you, Gaming Nating, for the core supporter rejoin. I've seen you on the list before. So like that stuff, I'm not done with the list. I'm going to get back to the list, but like that concerns me. So I'm worried about whatever performance the PlayStation 5 ends up outputting, given the fact that the main criticism for Black Myth on PC is that there are performance issues. So if the 4090 is having performance issues, that makes me a little bit worried for the console version of the game, right? So yeah, concerned. Anytime I see stuff like that, I get a little bit worried. Continuing on, Civilization 7 will be there. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. There will also be many new game announcements, surprises, and special guests. See you soon. And Jeff Keighley put out a trailer, somebody said. So let's watch.
Another game nearby requires
Sorry, everybody.
attention.
Oh, man. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you.
Study the past if you would define the future.
All of
Yeah, sorry. I have this weird issue with my audio settings on OBS where I have to play trailers back at negative 19 dB. I don't know what's going on with my desktop audio level. I greatly apologize for that. Sorry about the eardrums there.
my visions lead to horror.
Black
Except
Myth?
for this one.
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
Oh, Monster Hunter?
Get off this floor! We can't hold it!
Wait, what is that? What's this? What? I don't know this character. I don't know who that is. Does anybody know what those two games are? Anyway.
We can't hold it!
Man proposes, but God disposes.
You want to see my strong...
Well, that was Black Myth. That's Dragon
So
Ball.
here I am.
I missed you so much.
Oh, Diablo. That's Diablo. Very...
Can't just run.
Is it the Baboon King? So, is it Black Myth? I don't know mythology, the Chinese mythology about Monkey King and the Monkey Prince. Somebody told me it's the Monkey Prince and not the Monkey King. Anyway.
Run away from your problems, Indiana.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
I've selected you as a...
No joke. I'm actually pretty interested in Call of Duty this time. And I'm Space Marine Warhammer 40K. I've heard nothing but good things about 40K. I thought it was Wukong, but I wasn't sure. So I thought I'd just ask y'all. Very excited about Warhammer 40K. I've heard nothing but good things. It's super gory. It's like my kind of game.
lead hunter for this expedition.
As soon as we find a good
Yeah, Monster Hunter. I'm also not a Monster Hunter fan, but like, wow.
spot, we can get things set up and ready to go.
Don't trust anyone.
They're coming.
Are you out of your mind?
In the end, all will kneel before doom.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think opening night live is going to be good. Hopefully, the biggest piece of feedback everybody on the internet has for Keighley is like, your shows run too long, which means he has a pacing issue with the show. So I hope he takes that feedback to heart and is able to adjust it. But yeah, I mean, besides IGN, of course, I don't know who puts on a better show than Keighley. Pretty excited for opening night live, honestly. And they got a pretty killer lineup for the show. Do you think the Wukong issue is why they delayed Xbox? If you're concerned about performance on PS5, what is it even like on the Series S? Yeah, I mean, there's that whole thing where like if you release it, then you have to also release it on the Series S, and maybe that's some like a concern. They're like, well, we're having issue right now. I don't know anything, by the way. I have no idea. I am very curious to see what ends up happening with PS5 version of the game. And that could be indicative of like why they just weren't doing console stuff. So yeah. What did somebody say? The fact that Destiny is not hosting is a crime. I got Xbox taxed so hard on last year's show that they're just like, we can't do it again. I'm just kidding. I hosted something recently and everybody was making fun of me. They're like, Destin got Xbox taxed in real time. And I was like, okay, I remember that. No, we have a pretty good panel this year. It's a good crew. You'll see. Very soon. Sorry, reading chat. Yeah, so excited about opening night live. Ooh, and check this out. There was a rumor that could be good for Xbox because all of that stuff came out about, oh, Forza is going to be coming out and all this stuff. Well, now there's another rumor that Final Fantasy 16 is going to be the game coming to Xbox. So PlayStation might get Forza, Xbox might get Final Fantasy 16. It's been no secret that Square Enix has been a little bit more open to getting games on other platforms, like Final Fantasy 14 finally made its way over to Xbox. Man, if Final Fantasy 16 also came over, I think that would be a huge W. If more Xbox games are going over, I think it's only fair Final Fantasy comes back in. Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox is going to happen, says Nate Drake. This is a renowned leaker for getting things right. Just waiting for Square to announce it. Now, I think he said that a while back. So, like, I feel like this is a reminder from Hazendor Gaming, but I had forgotten about it, and I would absolutely love that. I wish all the Final Fantasy games would come out on the other platform. Mega Davo gave me $2 to say Xbox is trash. Thank you for your money. I really do appreciate you giving me money to say that randomly. All right. $2 from Mega. Thank you. What a weird thing to donate $2 to say, but whatever. What else we got here? Oh yeah, and then Tom was just sort of lamenting the fact that we're in the second round of Xbox gearing up with PlayStation ports, so I fully expect every game to be rumored again in the next couple of months. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Everyone's going to be talking about how, you know, Starfield is coming and all these games are coming, etc., etc. Starfield's been the big one. Chat, I'm going to do a poll over on YouTube. I'm really curious what you think about this. Would you care as much right now if Starfield came over to PlayStation? I think how should I phrase the poll? Like, should Starfield go to PlayStation? Yes or no? Here's my thought on it, and I don't want to be leading. I don't think anybody cares anymore. I think Xbox has had exclusivity for a year, and I think who cares if it goes to PlayStation right now? And yeah, like put it on everything. Who cares? Michael said, honestly, I think it would be cool for everyone to share games. They're just games, people. I prefer Xbox, but I would definitely purchase Sony games. Yeah, and here's the really interesting thing. Here's the other cool thing. Just to go back to it for a second. The other point that I think it was Doc Dark made, what if they announce an Xbox handheld that is open or more open rather than restrictive? So what if that Xbox handheld has the PlayStation games, has Steam and everything, and they just tear down the walls and they're just like, oh, you want to play PlayStation games? Well, if they run on Steam Deck, they're going to run here. You can play God of War on your Steam Deck. It puts PlayStation in a bit of a spot because now they're optimizing for the Steam Deck. And you know what? You're also going to be able to play those PlayStation games on the new Xbox handheld, the rumored Xbox handheld that we all basically believe. Michael, let me get you on the board. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching, Dementor. I saw you over there. $5 for Michael. Thank you. As long as Sony keeps holding things from Xbox, every single time Xbox waters down their games, it makes people want an Xbox less. People, it's about 50-50 on Starfield. I think if Starfield came to PlayStation at this point, here, I'm a bit of two minds. I think people would be upset, and I don't think that they would be so upset that it sees any sort of repercussion for the Xbox brand. I think it would mean Xbox would make more money. I think there would be a lot of squabbling on Twitter about it. But at the end of the day, I don't think they see a loss of players, or they don't see any sort of negative impact to that transpiring. I think the most likely games, if there's going to be an announcement, I do think we're at that time where, well, man, because Phil Spencer said it's not Indiana Jones and it's not Starfield. He said specifically those two games. And I think if he came out and he said, okay, well, Starfield's coming to PlayStation 5 now, I think people would be pissed. Because it would feel like another lie, right? So, yeah. If Xbox follows the Steam/ROG Ally model, but puts a little something extra, it will be a win for Microsoft. Parallax, thank you for the 5. And another thought on that. If they were to make it more open, it could be even more desirable because it's going to be the most powerful thing. It's going to be more powerful than the ROG. It's going to be more powerful than the Steam Deck because those are somewhat dated now. I do think that it could be good, like really good for them. What if it, yeah. So I think Forza, Hellblade, Killer Instinct, and I think they're going to do another 4. So what would that 4th one be? Forza, Hellblade, Killer Instinct. They're done with Redfall. They're not going to put the dev time into porting Redfall to a PlayStation where nobody's going to buy it. Halo multiplayer. Flight Simulator, Phil. Thank you. Yeah, so I think those are the 4. I think Flight Simulator. Yeah, maybe I should have. Would you? So Flight Simulator, Hellblade, Killer Instinct, Forza. It's going to be a big one and smaller ones. I do agree that I think Halo multiplayer going to PlayStation would. I'm whatever about that. I'm pretty indifferent at this point. Microsoft's been very clear. They're going to do it. So it's like, all right, just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Like just say, hey, like every winter, we're going to bring 4 more games to PlayStation. I'm just tired of the drama around it at this point. They've said they're going to do it. All right, just do it and get it over with. Like you've made your decision. You're going to be releasing more Xbox games on PlayStation. Yeah. I think they do something weird where it's like Halo the Master Chief Collection, or they do Halo Infinite multiplayer only. And I think a lot of people would be really interested to see what would the audience split be like on Gran Turismo 7 versus Forza Horizon 5. So, yeah. And that's the whole thing. Everybody's sort of wondering what's next. Parallax says Hellblade 2, that game needs sales, not to push subscriptions. I absolutely agree. I am gravely concerned about the future of that studio because I do not think Hellblade 2 performed very well for them. We saw the feedback, like it was so-so on the reaction. It didn't seem like it sold very well. There weren't a ton of players on that game, at least on the metric that we can see. So yeah, I do think it's one of those games that are in a bit of an odd spot. My markers, like, these markers stink. I'll do the blue one. Oh boy, my son. My son smushed it. It's okay, it's his anyway. So, yeah. Why do you feel for me and my comrades? Did I miss some big story? That would be bad. Daniel David said, you're misunderstanding. I'm arguing that Xbox should go third party and leave the console market. Here's the thing. I'm worried. The whole conversation I was having this week, I'm worried that Microsoft will make Xbox get out of the console market. I do not want them to get out of the console market, though, because it will keep the console market competitive. I think that the next gen, if it's the handheld, most powerful console ever, and it's more open, like, here's another crazy tinfoil hat theory. What if, Alex, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. What if the next most powerful piece of hardware ever, because I was watching the Boomstick who was giving me a hard time. He's like, He's just saying like, oh, it's revolutionary and all that. I'm like, but well, like you don't have any basis on that. So like, what would make the next gen Xbox revolutionary, right? Like what would make it get super compelling to consumers? I got a hot take. What if it is an Xbox console that you can launch any of the Steam games you own off of? And the handheld is the same thing. I want that right now. I want that console right freaking now. As somebody that has anything everywhere, if it's a console PC hybrid that's open, F yeah. You're telling me I can boot up God of War on my new Xbox, the most powerful console ever, and I can boot up Halo Infinite or whatever? Yeah, call it what you will. I think that would be freaking awesome. An Xbox certified PC, whatever you want to call it. If it's an Xbox console and you can have your Steam store on it, can PlayStation even stop that? They can't because they want the money. So now Xbox has torn down the barriers that they said they were going to. Sure, PlayStation has their timed exclusives. They can actually steal away the market share. Is this what Phil Spencer meant when he said, I can see it? I would be so freaking hyped for that thing. That's how Xbox could win. Will it happen? Like, I'm just pie in the skying y'all right now. I'm just saying, like, I think that would be massive. I think that would be massive for them. Xbox is like, hey, we lost the console war. So we called up our buddies at Steam. They're putting all the Activision games on Steam. Of course, BNet's still going to be around. Like, they're not going to get rid of BNet. But what if that were to transpire? It was more of a PC box as opposed to an Xbox. That would be hype. And that's how they could win. Hey, you can buy a $600 PlayStation 5 to get all the exclusives like 2 years early, or just buy the new Xbox in 2026. Oh, they're launching a PlayStation 5 Pro for GTA 6. Well, we managed to get our new most powerful Xbox out, and at the same time, guess what? You get all the PlayStation games on there. You can play The Last of Us. You can play God of War. You can play God of War Ragnarok. You can play Ghost of Tsushima. You can play Concord. Like, you can play whatever PlayStation game that's coming day and date. Sorry, man. Sorry, chat. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, that would change the tide. Halo, thank you for the 5. Halo said, my issue is Xbox having platinum trophies on PlayStation and no equivalent on Xbox. And Parallax said, Hellblade 2. I missed one of the super chats. Oh, here we go. Max said, I have said it already. Next 4 is going to be Flight Sim, Forza, Hellblade 2, and Starfield. I don't think it's going to be Starfield, man, because he said it wouldn't be. Game of the Year, Concord. And with another 5. Thank you. Sorry, just thinking about that, man. Because Satya Nadella during the were they tipping their hat during the FTC trial? Oh, I don't really like console exclusives. So that's my guess. They come out. It is a beefy machine. Let's say it's $700, $699. They would market it at $699, but it's like very powerful. Like, they wouldn't do a 4090, but like, what's like one step down from a 4090 equivalent? Something like that, right? Just something very, very strong. And more importantly, they're like, yeah, you can have the Epic Games Store on this thing. You can have Steam on this thing. There's no restriction to your libraries. You're able to play whatever you want on your Xbox. Sure, you boot up your copy of Helldivers 2 on your Xbox next. And you got to sign into PlayStation. We don't care. They get 100% of the revenue from all the Xbox games, whatever deal they come up with for the PlayStation games that we played on Xbox. Like Like, that's how they could tear down the barrier. And then if I'm a customer and I'm like, so you're telling me that box can play PlayStation games and Xbox games, and that box can only play PlayStation games. Guys, I think that's what they're doing. Or I could just get the handheld. Like, oh, I can't afford the $6.99 box. Oh, I'll get the $3.99 handheld that does all the same stuff. I'm on the go anyway. That would be a revolutionary piece of hardware. Of course, it's all pie in the sky. I'm just guessing. Parallax says, only problem is history has proven that licensing a brand to any PC console maker ends up with the death of said brand. I don't know about that. In this scenario, Destin, do they stop releasing Microsoft Xbox games on Steam? No, they would continue doing that. I think they would do that. Like, if let's say you're a PC gamer, but sometimes you just want to come home and play on the couch. I mean, you boot up the Steam version of it. I have a PC right now. So my gaming experience is like, okay, I got these games on Xbox Game Pass. I got to boot up the Xbox app to do that one. I got the Steam game that I want to play. You could pin those to the front. So like wherever you've bought the game, you own it and you can just play it. But Xbox would push their store. Obviously, like that would be front and center. I think it could be very interesting. Pen, I'm just going to put another 5 down here for you. I think it could be huge. Sorry, I ended up going off on a tangent on that. Also, Steam is going to make newer Steam Decks in the future too. Xbox would need to make sure it's better than the Steam Deck, which isn't guaranteed. Steam Deck came out, when the Steam Deck release date? Came out in 2022. So they're 2 years in, going on 3 years. I think maybe whenever the Switch 2 comes out, they do a 4-year iterative cycle. That means Xbox would get in maybe a year before Steam does, or the same year, and then they just pace with the Steam Deck. And there's a lot of people in the handheld market. They've already talked about how, I think Phil Spencer said he wanted like the Epic Game Store. He wants Steam. Steam Deck sales were 4 million, I think, in the first several months. We talked about that on the last stream. Yeah, I would be hyped for that. I think that's what they do. Now, how do you think the Xbox audience would react to that? If there's Xbox fans who play on console, how would you feel about the idea that the next Xbox allows you to play all your Steam games? Meaning you get access to the PlayStation library. We got to do a new poll. End poll. It's about 50-50 on the Starfield thing. Okay. If the next Xbox allows you to play your Steam library, including PlayStation games, would you buy it? Would that be good? Yes, no. Don't care. Other. I'll just put other, so like if you don't know what to say. I'm not good at poll questions. If the next Xbox allows you to play your Steam library, including PlayStation games, would that be exciting? I think they would retake the lead. I mean, I don't mean to get crazy. I think they would retake the lead in the market business, or they would make it a lot closer than it currently is. You get your whole Xbox library. You get the Steam library. You get the Epic Games library. Yeah. Maybe that's what Phil's been talking about when he said, I can see it. Maybe that's why they're bringing their games to PlayStation, because they're like, it's not going to freaking matter in 4 years. That's a scenario I could see them dominating. This would require, Gerald, It's basically a PC. That's all consoles are anyway. So they wouldn't be able to block you from playing your game from your Steam library. You purchased it. I don't think they would be able to control that. Yeah, so you get a box, you get access to Game Pass, you get access to like the best PlayStation games. Granted, some of them will be like a year later. Like that would be very exciting, I think, from almost every perspective. Speaking of, there was one other sort of news story here. Yeah, Paris, in the interview you were on. Do you remember? I don't know if you're just tuning in, Paris, but here's my pitch. I think that the next Xbox will be the most powerful console, of course, that we've discussed, and it will include your Steam library, which would mean access to the PlayStation library, Paris. So they have a console. They marketed it at like $6.99. Thank you for the gifted subs, by the way. Really appreciate it, Aries. So they put out this console marketed at $6.99. They have a handheld. They marketed it around $3.99. I think that would turn the tide of the whole industry potentially, like the whole console market. It would be so vastly different. Daniel Ahmad has been talking about how PlayStation's going to be putting games on more platforms. Xbox is going to keep moving games to PlayStation. And that strategy would make more sense. It would make more sense because they're like, look, all this exclusivity nonsense, it's not going to matter in 4 years. Why? Because we're going to tear the barrier down. We're going to let people play whatever they want on their Xbox. You can play all your Steam games. You can play all of your Xbox games. Because if you can get all of these games that are Steam Deck certified, you're telling me I couldn't run a Steam Deck certified game on my Series X right now. So if they're developing even more powerful hardware, like you're future-proof for like so long. Yeah, that would, I think that would be super compelling in terms of a strategy. Aries, I got to put you on the board. Thank you. And I think that's what Phil was saying he sees. Steam Deck just released a version of Windows like this week. Let me bring it up. Yeah, so if you haven't been following, Steam Deck has like their own version of Windows. So they've begun. Here it is. Check this out. Steam Deck on deck. Hello, Windeck fans. We've just shipped APU, audio, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth drivers for Windows on Steam Deck OLED. You can find the updated drivers and notes here. If you're planning to install Windows, please make sure you have the latest BIOS from SteamOS 3.6.9 or later before getting started. That just happened recently. Why do you think it was so important for them to make sure that the Steam Deck could handle Windows? A version of Windows that you can play all those games that require all the checks that you need with a cheat and such. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of stuff converging right now in terms of what's going on in the market that just paints a clearer and clearer picture that something is going on with Steam and Xbox, and that potentially Xbox could be setting up a future where they have torn down the exclusivity barriers in a way that I don't think PlayStation would do. And PlayStation's not going to go backwards. They're not going to just like stop releasing stuff on PC because of this. Because their big metric, everybody's big metric right now is monthly active users. PlayStation has 500 million, or sorry, Xbox has 500 million. PlayStation has around 140 million. I think attempting to consolidate the method by which you can access your digital libraries would be very pro-consumer. I am for it. Absolutely agree with you, nerds and other legends. Absolutely agree. I don't think Sony would be finished. I think they would still have their dedicated fan base, but it would be whittled away at by a move like this. It's just too pro-consumer. It makes too much sense, especially when you have the CEO of Microsoft saying, I do not like exclusives. Speaking of, PlayStation had a little whoopsie and sort of released on the store that Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting a PC port, apparently. Experience the epic Western adventures that defined a generation, now on PC for the first time ever, featuring the complete single-player experiences of both games, including bonus content from Game of the Year edition. I think that was the zombie mode. Red Dead Redemption features all of the 2023 console version upgrades, plus PC-specific enhancements. So, yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. We can talk about the Replace delay. So, like, Ryan asked my take about this on Unlock Replace. Hey everyone, we'll keep it short. Replace will now be released in 2025. Our initial release date was optimistic and we apologize for that. Developing Replaced is quite a unique challenge and we're proud to be creating something that special. We need more time to ensure we meet the high standards we've set for ourselves and to meet the expectations of our fans. Feel free to join our Discord. We post lots of devlogs there to share the progress and are open for a chat. Replace was featured at Summer Games Fest earlier this summer, and now it will also finally be available at Gamescom for everybody to play. Come say hi. For those not attending, we prepared something special for later this week. Great news. And I think they had a gameplay trailer or something. Not great news, but understandable news. They are developing that game in an area affected by war, so not particularly surprising that they need to delay. And I don't think people are too bothered about delays usually. I just didn't like how Xbox praised the Avowed delay, and now Avowed is going up against Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Even I'm like, yeah, I might be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Avowed. I'm sorry. But we'll see. Like, oh, we moved because your game library is too full. Yeah, but you put yourself right in the path of another massive RPG that is looking phenomenal. Different genre, it's like medieval or whatever, but yeah. You guys can't even really read what I wrote here. Like, this is my handwriting. It's terrible. But thank you to everybody that, left a super chat or gifted 10 memberships, Aries. Thank you so much. We sort of talked about this last week. Test Drive, Solar Crown. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. When is ARC 2 coming out? That is a great question, Peter. Nobody seems to know. Doom the Dark Ages. So Okami has this roundup. Dreamcast guy did a thing. Tons of people have been talking about this. I don't think Okami saw it, but he did a good job rounding up all the details. Here's what he said. World is much more open than previous games. 3 melee weapons. You got the flail, which collects ammunition, the mace, and fists creates chains of electricity. The saw shield can be used to traverse the map. So like you throw the shield and then like you can climb up it, is my understanding of how that works. Less verticality than Doom Eternal. Jumping is weightier and heavier now, comparable to power armor in Fallout 4. Glory kill system has been reinvented. New weapons revealed. Double barrel plasma shotgun, single barrel shotgun. You can nail enemies to the wall with the nail gun. The giant mech can be used several times throughout the campaign. The mech fights with its fists and a double cannon. Mech can perform glory kills and has a specialization. I am very hyped for Doom Eternal, guys. Or sorry, Doom the Dark Ages. I started playing Doom Eternal because this looks so interesting. It just looks... It's Doom, right? Like they really, really nailed it. Oh, yeah. This was a bit of a weird one. I forgot I brought this one up. Did you guys see this story about Hack Game? We are deeply sorry that we have failed to meet the expectations of all Xbox players. Hack will not be coming to Xbox. I hadn't heard about this game before this drama was sort of brought up. So let's go to the Steam store. This is their game here. It's like, it's a cool looking side scroller or whatever, puzzler. Boss fights, getting a little bit of a Castlevania vibe, kind of dig it. They put out this post, which was a little odd. I just thought it was strange. Apparently they've had a really bad experience with Xbox. Thank you very much for your help and attention. However, during the process of getting our game on Xbox, we encountered numerous obstacles. What seemed like a simple procedure turned into a nightmare due to many bugs in the Microsoft Partner Center, preventing us from successfully completing account registration. Even Microsoft's support service system had bugs, making it impossible to initiate inquiries about our issues. This is simply unbelievable for developers. We informed ID at Xbox about our predicament, but they were powerless to help, as it apparently falls outside their scope of responsibility and seems to be a Microsoft issue. In reality, porting the Xbox version of our game would have taken less than 2 weeks, but we spent over 14 months trying to apply for game publication and complete Microsoft Partner Identity registration. This experience has been terrible because we can feel the enthusiasm from the Xbox community players, yet we struggle to resolve the problems at hand. Although we very much want to share Hack's adventure story with more players, our development funds are extremely tight and we cannot afford to wait any longer. As a result, we've ultimately decided to abandon the Xbox platform release. We deeply regret this outcome, but we've truly done our best. To be honest, this is the first time since we started developing games that we've felt such enthusiastic support from players. This has convinced us that the Xbox community must be truly amazing. We love it. We're incredibly grateful to all the Xbox players who have offered support and assistance. This was strange because I've never heard this issue before. I think I've registered as a developer on Xbox to do something with a console, and it was like not problematic. So to hear that an actual developer had a problem with it, I found was weird. But there were some comments below this. Oh, sorry to hear about this. Wish I could help. Larry Herb, no longer there. I'm quite shocked at this, Mad Fellows. So here's another game. They said they were able to register just fine. They're making whatever this is. They said, I'm shocked at this. We didn't have any of these issues developing for Xbox. I can appreciate the frustration. We've experienced similar with other partnerships. As an indie, a delay of a few months can be the difference between sink or swim. The stress can be immense. And there was like Hyper Light Drifter, whatever that game was where you play as action figures or whatever. Recently, they finally got published on Xbox and saw huge success. Like Tim Sweeney chimed in on this, Xbox P3, and like Major Nelson, I know you don't work for Xbox anymore, but thoughts on this? Also drop this for context. Like they showed that they tried it back in 6.2. No, it seems legit. It's just it's a very strange situation. It's not community noted. It seems legit. I've never heard about this before. If this is an Xbox issue that they need to address, they need to fix it. And honestly, like it would be such an easy PR win for them to be like reaching out to this dev, addressing the issue and getting it squashed as quickly as possible. 2 million people saw that post. 2 million. For what? Something that takes like one phone call? So, yeah. I did see that Bully got a rating in Taiwan. I had it up here, or I liked the tweet or something. I did see that Bully got rated. Even more surprising, Microsoft reached out. Where should I'll just check their post, see if they... Here we go. So they did post an update, updating some progress. Thanks to all who have offered. Hi, I hope you're well. Thanks for following up here. Hope you're doing well. The engineer sent me an update. They did say it can generate false positives sometimes, but a simple fix is attempting Windows and Xbox Partner Center registration from a different device. I haven't seen any follow-ups. I have an update for you. First of all, I would like to send our deepest apologies from me personally, as well as my company, for the trouble you've gone through to getting onboarded with us for your game hack. I have spoken to my team to better understand the situation. We think the issue is due to a back-end error that needs to be resolved by us. It is not an issue that you have had to deal with, and for that, we are sorry. I would like to ask if you would be open to reconsidering bringing your game to Xbox. If you get close support and monitoring from myself, a dedicated developer partner manager, and more. We will try to also expedite it so it will not take so long. I've spoken with many internally, and we agree that you and your game deserved better support from the start. I will personally work with you on ensuring it is a smooth process as much as possible from here on out. On a personal note, when I first got in touch with you back in February, I actually bought and played Hack on Steam because I was really interested in your title and I like it a lot. It would be a shame if we can't help you bring that experience to more of our players on Xbox. Let me know what you think and I will be here for you. Thanks and sorry again. What a W response. This is on us. This is nothing you did wrong. We should have done better. We're sorry. Do you still want to work with us? That is just a W response through and through. And they responded to it. We received an email response from Microsoft. We informed them of the specific details of the bugs we encountered, and they confirmed that they were indeed bugs in the backend and apologized to us. However, we have ultimately decided not to publish on the Xbox platform. That's a shame. We are very clear that similar issues needing to wait indefinitely for their email responses to move forward and are likely to occur again in the future, which is very inefficient. And this is just for completing the account registration process for game publication. That's unfortunate. So I think it was a W response for Xbox to respond to this. It's their right not to publish on that platform. If this is a systemic issue, I do think it needs to be addressed. Interesting. Speaking of cool stuff happening at Xbox, though, that one's, well, I guess the last one, I don't know if it was cool, but Bethesda Game Studios. Hear from the team behind the Seismic Sky Oblivion mod tomorrow, August 17th, during the Creation Mod Con stream. And they talked about all of these mod creators and just seeing the official account support them and support something like the Sky Oblivion mod is awesome, especially when Fallout London is out. And that game's like, we just reviewed it over on IGN and it got a fairly decent score. I think it got like a 7. So it's super cool to see them just like, yeah, check out the Sky Oblivion mod, by the way. I did a react video on the channel. It's very good. And the last one I had for y'all today, in terms of stories anyway, I might play a video game for a little bit. Top Fever says, would you like to bake cookies with Phil? I would absolutely make cookies with Phil Spencer. Why not? I got a pretty good recipe. I'll pre-mix all the dry ingredients so like the mystery's still there. And I would teach them, I'm like, all right, each one, make sure they're 6 ounces. Don't mess this up, Phil. And make sure, you know, once they've baked and they come out, make sure you try them before you release them to the public so that you have a good idea of how good or bad the game is looking. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant cookies. The cookie. Definitely wasn't referencing Redfall there. Yeah. Yeah, Phil's a big gamer too. The whole Redfall thing was when we all bake, we all win. Yeah. Nah, man, our cookies are the bomb. I might bring it back next year. I got to figure out some business stuff, but I am considering bringing it back next year. I don't know. I think the whole novelty of Destin making cookies might have worn off, so we might not sell as well, but yeah. Derek Strickland's been putting together some very interesting reports. New reports indicate that Chinese chip supplier Welltrend, aka Wukong Electronics, have shipped out power management integrated circuits for new Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch consoles. Very interesting. Kaonis dropped $10 and leveled up. Thank you. That's your 10th super on a live stream. Okay. I appreciate the heck out of it. Okay, with the $10. Boom. Got you on the board. You're on the board. You're right there. And good to see you back. Thank you so much. Back to the topic at hand. This is pretty interesting to me. Derek Strickland talking about new chips going out. That tells me that the PlayStation 5 Pro, make no mistake, that is a thing. That is being made. That isn't fake. You don't send out dev kits and you don't have all these things that we've heard about without it being a thing. The same with the Switch 2. Nintendo's basically confirmed that Switch 2 is good. So looking into this, and then in addition to that, there was this one about the console revenue. Let's read about this. Sony and Nintendo are gearing up for their respective new consoles, the PlayStation 5 Pro and the next Switch successor, formerly called the Switch 2. Mass production of the new systems is apparently underway, with Sony having already shipped thousands of pounds of PS5 Pro development kits through 2022, presumably readying the new high-end scoped-up ray tracing machine for its purported 2024 launch. While neither Sony nor Nintendo have really discussed either the PlayStation 5 Pro or the Switch 2, other companies are giving out a few clues. Chinese chipmaker Weltrend has apparently mentioned new models of PS5, Xbox, and Switch have boosted the company's Q3 power management integrated circuit PMIC orders. Chinese news site Money DJ attended an investors briefing where Weltrend's CEO briefly mentioned the systems. Here's the quote. Looking forward to the market outlook in the field of power management IC, Weltrend CEO Li Kongtao said that game console application orders have rebounded since the third quarter, including an introduction and shipment of new models of PlayStation 5, Xbox, and Switch, while personal computer applications have shown moderate growth, and in the electronics industry driven by rising demand during the peak season, sales are expected to increase. I think that is the PS5 Pro this year? I think that's the only question people have at this point, right? Is the PlayStation 5 Pro a 2024 thing or a 2025 thing? I think it's a 2025 thing. Personally. I think everybody avoids this year like the plague. Like everybody's struggling right now financially. Like I think they avoid 2024 personally. That's my hot take. I think they want to get out all the old stuff right now. That's why PlayStation said straight up, hey, we're not going to have a lot of stuff this year, just so you know, because people are not spending as much money this year. And I think 2025 will likely be an upswing. Well, I hope it is. Geez, with the way the markets have been going and everything, it's been a little concerning. Pro models are not needed this gen. Well, PlayStation's making one. And I think everybody will want to get hardware tied to GTA 6. GTA 6 is the finish line. If Xbox does not have something for the GTA 6 launch, I think that would be a mistake. That's my hot take. Derek also said, recent hardware declines have me thinking about big three console revenues and how they compare to each other. So I put something together that really underlines the core strengths of each of the platform holders and their prospective business models. Now, I thought this was sort of interesting because he sort of lines out how revenue is broken down. And if you look, the big three hardware revenues by percentage. Software and other. So hardware, software, and other. Look how small of a percentage hardware makes up at these companies versus software. Like Xbox should be eye-opening. Nintendo's like a 50-50 split. That's impressive. PlayStation, I don't know. What is that? 25%? Xbox is like 5-10%. This visualization of how important services are why I'm wondering if they get out of hardware or do something drastic like what I described earlier in the stream, where they have like an open box. They're like, we're not making money on the hardware. Let's just open it up. Let's let all these other platforms on here. Like, we'll still get money from XYZ. Like, if they can figure out the revenue share, I think it'll be good. Kenny says, the fact that the entire industry is relying on GTA 6 to be their savior is pretty concerning. Yeah. That's actually, you know what? You reminded me, because there was this big Take-Two call with Strauss Zelnick, who talked about GTA 6. One of the challenges the game potentially faces is that there are a lot of gamers, including GTA On players, who are still gaming on the previous generation machines, particularly PlayStation 4. Meanwhile, GTA 6 is only scheduled for new consoles, Zelnick. He said something about the consoles, so I want to actually bring up the news story with the quote. He says, I think it's from Tweakdown, not on purpose. That was just coincidental. He said, I think Gen 9 consoles will grow meaningfully. Where's the quote here? And Take-Two is ready to better capitalize on Gen 9 with a slew of new games, including GTA 6, a new BioShock, annualized sport titles, and a number of unannounced console-based products. No, I don't think that consumers are saying is they are good with Gen 8 and don't care about Gen 9. We saw the exact contrary with regard to NBA 2K, where Gen 8 actually was not a high performer and performed worse than we expected. Gen 9 has been incredibly powerful, so I think the Gen 9 platforms will continue to perform. I think you'll continue to see meaningful growth in that installed base, and I wouldn't put too much weight on a particular period of time. I was asked earlier today by someone, what's next on the hardware side? We're not in the hardware business, and I wouldn't even know how to answer that question. But what's next on the entertainment side and software side is we've got a bunch of great titles in market, great live services, and great new titles coming. We have the best pipeline we've ever had, and it's close to coming to fruition. We feel really great about that. And for more info on hardware trends in U.S. markets, Matt Piscatella talked about the thing. In the U.S., PS5 is still 7% ahead of the PS4 life to date. Huge win for PlayStation. No cap, like nothing. Totally neutral on that one. That's insane. It's insane that they're doing that well. Even Xbox Series, for all its known challenges, is holding close to Xbox 360's life-to-date pace and will get a College Football 25 boost. No, the console market isn't doomed. Sheesh. So yeah, I do think we see some changes. Phil Aroni said GTA 6 is the main game that everyone on PS4 and Xbox Ones are waiting for to upgrade. Totally. I agree with that assessment, honestly. I think it's huge. Chat, did I miss anything you want to discuss, or do you want to revisit anything from earlier in the stream? I talked about the Black Myth Wukong thing to recap and how I find it problematic. Anytime there's an NDA that tries to control language, regardless of what it says, I think that is problematic. So we talked about that. We talked about Gamescom and how everybody is very interested in whatever Gamescom ends up bringing. We talked about the next generation of Xboxes and how I think Xbox is going to attempt to tear down the barriers that have been set up for so long. I'm not seeing anybody say that I missed anything. So I want to tell you all about a game that I have very much been enjoying. And I think... Oh, wait. Phil Roney has one. All right. One thing I'd like your thoughts on is what Xbox is doing, almost like second-party hardware and games in an odd way. Is that fair? I think a lot of the console gamers have been a little bit concerned about how that's been shaking out. I think if what I'm guessing for the next gen hardware comes to pass, I do think that people will be very excited about that. So there's that. But real quick, I've been playing this game, Delta Force. Y'all need to play Delta Force. The game is very, very fun. You can get an alpha right now. I don't have drops turned on or anything like that. But if you play this game or watch somebody play Delta Force for like an hour, you're in. I think you can just sign up on the website and get in. So we're going to do a round. I'm going to do an extraction round. There's a lot of profanity, so I'm going to cover up the chat window. I've noticed that's one thing they need to work on. They need some sort of moderation team, but that has been problematic. But beyond that, man, Delta Force has been a lot of fun. I just lost all my money because I keep trying to do the super hard difficulty run and dying. We'll put it right around here. So we're going to, I want to show this game off to you because I absolutely love this game. I think it's great. Do not sleep on Delta Force. I would need Golden. I need to know what specifically you're talking about. So you have Tactical Turmoil, which is your extraction mode. You have Havoc Warfare, which is basically Battlefield. And you have Campaign, which is in development. So we're going to start with a typical extraction mode round. I just lost all my gear and I have no money. So hopefully, hopefully I can make some money because I really need it. What we got here? I'm going to take whatever I have. It's like, what's the ammo type on this? 5842. See, I don't even have the ammo for it. This one is 5645. Do I have any of this? 556. This is 55645. Okay. So I can use the car. And I really like the Uzi. The SMGs. They're very strong. Maybe I'll take that one. And I'm just going to, like, whatever I have, honestly, you guys. Wait, is this one bigger? Okay, we'll take that. And we're just going to, I don't have it. I don't even know if I can afford a chest rig. Like I said, I just got wrecked. So, okay, so prepare. Yeah. I like Laley Grove or whatever. What's the cheapest chest rig I can buy? Oh, wait, I have one. 8 slots. All right. And then I need ammo. What's this ammo? 919. I'm almost out of that. Yeah, this game's great. I really like it. Highly recommend it. You should play it. Period. That's it. Can I put this? It's going to yell at me for not having enough ammo. All right, let's go. Yes, I don't have enough SMG ammo. All right. All I need is money. I have 29,000 left. We're going to do a round of this. This is Delta Force. I think it's the desktop audio is not coming through. One sec. There we go. It's a long time game, and yeah. Hey, Destin, so maybe you've heard even a tiny bit. What is the suggested release for that Space Edition White? Oh, I have no idea. Step it up. Sorry, I don't know. We gave you money? Wait, who's we? Yeah, I need that money. I need the video game money, not real money. I do appreciate the tips. You know what I mean. So anyway, this is the extraction mode. We're going to go in and literally all we want to do is just earn something. I started writing a feature for IGN. I have this like mental block. I don't like to work on weekends. I like to have a separation between IGN work and personal time, and this is personal time. So I'm really bad about setting boundaries like that. So like I wrote most of a feature that's probably going to go up on Monday. Queue times are a little bit long. I don't often do the gameplay thing. Usually I do like a reacts or whatever. There we go. We got a match. All right.
This is what I trained for.
Oh, I hope they're both... Yeah, they can medic me. Oh, I never talked about Tom getting banned. I mean, honestly, it sort of makes sense that they would ban him. I really like Delta Force. The whole reason I'm playing this is because I think it's really good, and I want to... Like, I know I'm not, like, a big streamer or anything like that. I kind of want to go to this one. But I think the game's that good. Well, glad you could share your personal time with all of us here on YouTube. Well, this is like Destin's thing, right? This isn't for anybody else. Yeah, I can't record it. I have a mic, but I'm streaming. Hey, guys. So I need money. I'm just going to go look for stuff. There's a bounty here, though. I'm just going to activate this and go for it. All right, let's do this. There was a sniper somewhere, y'all. There's one more.
Target located.
Where? Ping. Thank you. Give me a sec. I'm just going to wait till I hit 100, then I'm going to go nuke this guy. Can you ping again? Need a ping. You got me good. I'm just chill for a sec. There's one more. Show me your face. Show me your face. Anyway, yeah, so this game's fun.
Target located.
Team wipe. Let's go. Where's that dude I killed? Is there another person? Well, I need some loot. 1 second. I need, like, ammo. They don't have any of the ammo I need. Great. Where's that other guy I nuked? He was behind something. He's behind the car. These guys all rocking AKs. Guys, I'm like low on ammo. If you have any, let me know. I also can't find where that other guy was that I nuked. Chat, where was he? He was like behind the rock wall. I can't find his... Oh, here. Oh, this is just nothing. Oh, right here. Found it. I mean, all right. See, I really like they brought like way too much ammo. Who would need this much ammo? Maybe they just looted somebody. They had a car. The car is worth 31 grand. Can I get it? Wait. Anyway, what was I going to do? I was going to activate the, like, quest. Get ready. It's going to spawn a bunch of guys.
Okay. Eliminate the high-value target. Then you get your reward.
Need SMG ammo. Yeah, there we go. What are these worth? So I'm using the push to talk button. Good stuff.
You've completed the contract. Enemy soldier marked.
I think that's a player.
Target located.
I'm gonna heal up. That's a player.
Enemy soldier marked.
Let's do it again, chat. It's on. Let's go. I broke my leg. It hurts.
Target located.
Thank you. I'm gonna die. So I broke both my legs. I just need a sec. There's still two more over by the thing. I need SMG ammo, guys.
Enemy soldier marked.
Keep him busy. Keep him busy. I need ammo so bad. And should probably heal. Is he dead? This is Delta Force. And I was playing because I needed some money in the game. I think there was a guy still alive though, right? Anyway, how am I doing, chat? Good gameplay clip or no? I'm doing okay, Anonymous Boss. I'm really digging Delta Force. I need a stint if you guys can do it. Can you heal me? Medic guy? Thank you. They're being super nice because I was like wrecking shop, I think. That was you, right? So the first day I played this, like, my legs just were breaking and stuff like that. It's gotten a lot better. There's a lot of AI in here. Just watch out for them. I'm still bleeding. Oh boy. Oh yeah, there's AI in here too. Boss is on me, actually. I'm dying.
I'll fuck you up.
Good stuff. Look for the key. There should be a room key. Oh, this ammo, I think, is... Oh, yeah, it said something about loot. Oh, it's up there on the second shower. Okay. So, yeah. So, basically, you do all that, then you extract. Just like any of the extraction looter shooter games, you know? I really need money. Is there anything in here that's worth more than $2 grand? Dash, 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 dot, dot. It's 3. Dash, dash, dot, dot, dot. 7. Dash, 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 dot, dot. 8. We did it. What's it worth? $1 grand. $2 grand. Let's take it. Alright, so we've kind of done all that. Now we just leave, really.
Move this way to extract.
I'm just gonna extract. If I can remember how to leave. The AI is not that threatening. I'm gonna extract, guys. Just call it out if you see real people. I actually hear something on the other side here that those might be real players.
Enemy soldier marked. Enemy here.
He's got shot in the head. Are we good? What was that?
Target located. Reload.
Oh no! Those are real players. Those are real players, guys.
Nice shot, mate. Always a pleasure. Changing mags. Throwing smoke.
Give me a sec. I'll super boost and run over there. Ping if you see anybody. I don't see anything. I think he was just solo. I'm just going to run to extract. Nothing up here either. Is that a person?
Marker canceled. Watch out.
There's something right there, guys. I think it's an AI, though. Sorry, bro. You walked in front of me. That's the AI shelling us. I'm getting out of here. Thanks, Joe. GG's, you too. All right. So I probably made like $20, $30 on that extraction. And then I'll show you the other mode really quick. It's like a battlefield mode. And that's what's been available. It's just been so fun to play. These guys were great. Very helpful. 9 kills. I'll take it. And then move stash. Go back to the lobby. Got another backpack. I need to steal more chest rigs, though. When you extract something. Oh, I hit silver. That means I get one of the gun skins, I think. What's this? Oh, yeah, see? I got this fancy skin. Why not? And then let's organize it, sort it. And then we're going to sell some stuff that we got. So we don't need this. I could use these photos later for like building stuff, but like right now I need the money because I don't have any money. What is this? Let me just sell that. Do I have any double guns? No. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to see the other mode really quick? All right, we're up to 60 grand. What is this, though? A jammer? I can sell that. We'll just auction it, whatever. These are worth 16 grand. Another interesting thing is you can actually see what your gear is worth. So that one's worth 17, that one's worth 5, this one's worth 17, so that's fine. And then if you like throw your guns on. So there are missions. Yeah, just repair it, please. There are missions where your gear like impacts whether or not you can go into the mission. It's like, say I go into prepare and I want to do Space City, right? I need to have 350 grand worth of gear on me or they won't even let me in. So like my helmet isn't that valuable. I don't have a very valuable chest plate. My backpack, like, it's not very valuable. My chest rig, it's not valuable. So like I can't even enter that mode. And that's the one I keep going into and losing all my money. But anyway, we're going to go over to the Havoc Warfare. They always say a lot of gross stuff in chat, so I just turn off. Ooh, got our new weapon skin. Let's go. So for this, for the start of every battlefield mode, I like to do the sniper right away. It's one of my favorite classes. How did I do gameplay wise? Was that fun to watch or no? Ascension's out of the maps that you can get. Ascension's my favorite. You have people who come in on boat and then you try and counter snipe or shoot at them or whatever with the cannons, and yeah. But like I really like the extraction mode. I think Leone Grove or whatever. It's the one I've been doing best on. I did okay. 9 kills is all right. You're a good shot. Would have taken me out for sure. The character's just so fast, and if you run up on people and get right in their face, they're like, what do I even do? Okay, so we're going to come in. There's going to be people at A, and we're going to take this hill right here, right? And there's going to be people here and on this ledge and here on this cannon. I know because I've played it like 900 times. And I'm driving the boat. So whenever I drive the boat, and those guys can shoot if they want, but I just get us on land so that I can go snipe right away. So boop, and then we run out. It's more Battlefield than COD, and it's really good. It's really pretty. Man, I didn't know how much I missed Battlefield, like good Battlefield, until I played this, because it was so good. That's just a respawn beacon, so I don't have to run up the hill again. All right, let's see. No, they should not be able to come up this high. Of course. They're not supposed to be able to run up on the ridge. Anyway. I'll just respawn and use my beacon. That was annoying. It was my understanding that they can't come up that far. I'm also a ranked player, so I think I'm in, like, the mode's going to be harder because all the players know the spawns and, like, where the snipers are going to set up, like where I am, basically. Yeah, look, they're all coming up the hill. Okay, so I mark for my teammates. And then usually they're here. Oh, there.
We are attacking Alpha 1.
Got a hit. I got... Sniper, like, right there. Booyah! Yeah, this game's really good, guys. That's why I was like, hey, I wanted to show this to you. Miss. Oh, he's dead, that's why. That's bad. I mean, if y'all are just going to stand there, I'm just going to keep firing in that general area.
Allies engaging at Alpha 1.
Yeah, they got my number all right. Dang it. What's this sniper doing? She's like running around. You're a sniper.
We have 80% combat strength remaining. Keep it up.
What do I got? Nothing fancy enough. I'm gonna move. I'm running out of ammo. So you can, like, res your teammate too.
Allied troops attacking Alpha 1.
Where's the sniper? Yeah, can we get somebody who knows how to shoot their arrows?
We are attacking Alpha 1.
I like playing the sniper, but it's kind of boring gameplay wise. Oh, that's our guy. See, every once in a while you got to do just rolls up and you're done. I'm gonna switch to a different class to show you what it's all about, unless they res me. Yeah, Crazy's not gonna res me. Alright, I'm just gonna res. Yeah, see, it's a lot. It's a little bit more boring. I want to switch to this guy, loadout 4. Wait, did they just spawn the vehicle? But like,
capture those and secure the sector.
all right, what do we got?
Enemy here! Mark!
Oh my god, you just gonna run over him? He's dead. Where'd he go? There we go. Come on, nobody hit him? All right. We actually got a decent, we had a pretty decent driver though, honestly. Yeah, Gabe joined the Xbox family.
We must push through their line
That'd be nice.
full force now. Take your new objective.
Oh, am I driving? All right.
Once more.
Oh, they got a car now too, huh? No one's gonna join me, huh?
Target located!
The hit. Why are they not hitting? Oh, I got it.
Enemy has been pushed off Alpha 1. Proceed with caution.
I have no gunners, nothing. Crap. That's bad. So this is pretty fun. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to push across the battlefield and kill all the bad guys. And right now, I want to spawn on that one actually. All right.
Take your new
What?
objective. Push them out once more.
Enemy soldier marked!
We are attacking Alpha 1.
You guys can stay there. If I get this guy, I'm gonna get nuked. Let's see what happens.
Back on your feet! Target located! Enemy soldier marked!
Where are they?
Our forces are moving to attack Alpha 1.
I just couldn't see anybody. There was just nobody there. Oh well. I've been doing better on the extraction mode lately anyway.
Take your new objective. Push them out once more. Smoke deployment in progress. Proceed with caution.
This is probably bad.
Allied troops attacking Alpha 1.
Smoke screen support ready.
Team,
All right, he's
our
just gonna
losses
sit
are
there.
severe, but the mission is critical.
Target low!
This is Delta Force, yeah. I do really like it, but this gameplay is not indicative of what your experience would likely be. Oh, this is just the guy driving. Come on, dude. Like, I can't even spawn. I love that I keep rezzing these guys and they've never even tried to res me. Alright, I'm gonna go back to being a sniper. Yeah, we didn't even... Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, we just got wrecked. It happens.
Take your new objective. Push them out once more.
They're not even doing snipers. They're just rolling up on us and killing us because no one's paying attention.
Our forces are moving to attack Alpha 1.
Why would you throw your grenade there? Like, what are you doing? What was that move? What was it? He did like a bunch of flips. Yeah, they're just styling on us. That was bad. Let's pretend nobody saw this, okay? I'll just cut to the cam shot. I just wanted some good snipes. Yeah, throw another grenade right where the sniper's sitting. Idiot. Oh. This is... I've never had... Seriously, I've never had a game this brutal. This is really bad. Yeah, we lost. Like... They're just rolling up on the spawn and nuking everybody. I'll switch back to this guy, I guess. Sure. Yeah.
We have failed to secure our objective.
Alright, we can't go out on that. I'll try one more extraction. We're just going for money. We want, like, big money extraction. I played Hellblade 2. What a gorgeous game. It's basically Battlefield. But, like, pretend I did really good. I've had much better games than that. That was like a profoundly bad game. Ooh, hit 19. Alright, we'll do one more extraction. We're going to do Leone Grove. We're going to gear up. Use the stash. Already got that on. What do we need, you guys? I need a lot of these. This was helpful. And this was helpful. And then I needed ammo. I needed these. At least 2 of those. And where's the green one? Oh, I'm like out of the green ammo. That's not good. I mean... Can I not put these together? That's stupid. I'll just bring my 1 clip of Uzi ammo, I guess. And I'll just bring more of this stuff. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, well, I know. You gotta go. Thanks for the stream. No problem. We're gonna do one more run and see what ends up happening. Chat, they need to deal with chat. Chat's very toxic in this game. That's the one. My main piece of feedback is I love this game, but the stuff chat is able to post, it's just kind of crazy. Yeah, and I sort of switched on this one because initially I was like, oh man, I freaking love Havoc Warfare, and then I started getting into the extraction mode more. I think this game's going to be very fun. And then it says use a position smoke, generate 300 XP.
This is what I trained for.
That's why they're doing the ammo and stuff. I haven't had this much fun with a game since like PUBG. Like, I like it that much. And I think the beta will go until... It's... Yeah, Luke, it's a lot like Battlefield.
Okay, we're landing. Let's review the objectives. Keep them in mind. Complete the mission for rewards.
I mean, I need money.
High-value items and extract.
I want to go to this one. I never go up here. I'm going to go up there this time. And we can stop at substation and stuff. I only have one clip in the SMG, so I really need ammo. Always take out your second gun because he does like this flippy thing. Any of it valuable? Yes. These are worth money. One of the most lucrative things are the lemonade. As silly as that sounds. I'm going to activate the contract, guys. Just be ready for NPCs to spawn.
Okay. Eliminate the high-value target. Then you get your reward.
Target located.
That's a player, guys. Come on. Well, let's see if my teammates are worth their salt.
Good work, soldier. You've completed the contract.
There's a real player, though, where I pinged. They're sniping from up in the hills away from the base. So if you go around to the left, you'll be able to sneak up on them. Yeah. So they were up on the hill, sniping into the base. No, you're a million miles away from them. They're past me, up on the hill. No, to the right. To the right. Even further to the right. Yeah, over there. Yep. More to the left on that hill, though. Like, they were on the left. Yeah, there. Ish. I don't know if you can get me, though, because, like, I'm in the base and they snipe me from up there. They might have come down to loot me. I don't know. So if you look into your left, yeah, okay, they're up on that hill there, where the boxes are. They're on me. They're on my corpse. They're looting me. I can hear them. I'll shut up. Good luck to him. Yeah, so they probably went over, but they were on the hill to your left. Yep, up there. Yeah, you found him. You probably jump in the window. All right, they're gonna res me. Wow. If you can get the res, I'd be appreciative. Is you tripping getting it? I have a head injury. Yeah, they looted me, man. I have, like, nothing.
Target located.
They're here with us. Well. I don't know what to do about this run. This is a bad run, y'all. If you have any meds, my head's bleeding. I have one clip. I just want to get revenge, really. Do you guys see anything? Or hear anything?
Enemy here!
I found him.
Swapping mags.
I mean, I'll take... Still nothing for my head injury.
God! Enemy soldier marked!
Are you extracting? What you doing? You have to activate the train. Was that 10 slots? 10 slots. I really want to find those guys and get my loot back.
Target located!
There's somebody here, guys.
Enemy here!
It's just AI. Great. I don't even have enough ammo to like reload the gun. Well, my goal was money. I don't know if that's a W or an L. I like the Uzi. Oh, that's worth a lot. What's in here? This is gonna be a wash, I think. Are they fighting somebody? Oh shit, they are. I'll try and get him, I guess. If I could just find some meds. Oh, guys, you're so far away. I mean, I'm coming, but yeah. Here we go, chat. Wish me luck. Where are they? Can I not go up there? Of course. Yeah. That sucked. All right, well, good time to end. They backed me up, so I figured I'd go for them. It's got nuked. All right, well, bye, chat. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, thank you for watching. If you like my stream, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when I go live. Thank you so much to everybody who joined or participated in today's show. If you want to become a member, bunch of new members today. We got 10 gifted members from Aries. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all the members on the channel very much. If you want to see my last video, check this one out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.